Hi students, good morning. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to grade 11 business mathematics class. So we have completed two chapters, is it right? I hope you all of you learned the two chapters thoroughly and you are all maintaining your classworks neatly. So those who not completed, please complete first two units thoroughly. Okay. So as well as you write everything to your classwork, complete all the homeworks as well as learn it also. Okay. So last class I said next class we will start our new chapter. Okay, it's the third chapter, analytical geometry. I think in your 10th standard you have learned one chapter, geometry. Is it right? So 11th grade onwards we will learn analytical geometry. Okay. So it is somewhat new, but coordinate geometry you learned in 10th standard. Normal geometry also you learned. Is it right? Theoretical geometry. This is somewhat different. But the thing is very easy, but we need to learn some formulas here, some definitions are there. So one by one we will learn. It is easy only. Okay, so let's move to the chapter analytical geometry. First, what do you mean by geometry? What's the word geometry? Okay, so I will explain the word geometry. Geometry is a word that derived from geo. Okay, geo means what? Geo means earth, is it right? Metron means measuring. Okay, so the need of measuring the land is the origin of geometry. So what's the origin of geometry is? The origin of geometry is the need of measuring the land. For measuring the land is the origin of geometry. Understand? So this and all no need, but simply you go through this. Okay, so then analytical geometry. What's the use of analytical geometry? Yes, it is used in aircraft industry, especially when dealing with the shape of a airplane fuselage. We will use that one. Okay, it's all in your book. You will learn it. So let's move to the section. First section is locus. This is new. Locus. So first you need to know what you mean by locus. First I am giving the definition. All of you take down your notes. Put the heading analytical geometry, put the heading locus and write down the definition 3.1 to your note. That is a two-line definition. The path traced by a moving point under some specified geometrical condition is called its locus. Okay, a path traced by a moving point, that's locus. The path traced by a moving point under some specific geometric condition. Okay, the path traced by a moving point under some specified geometrical condition is called locus. Please take down these two lines to your notes. Then next one is equation of a locus. This one when I am doing the problem I will explain you what is the equation of a locus. Okay, just now you see your book, there one diagram is given. A locus of a point P of x1 comma y1 whose distance from the fixed point C of h comma k is a constant in a circle. The fixed point C is a center. Then the locus of a point whose distance from a two points A and B are equal is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB. Just you read it. Now when I am explaining you won't get any idea. So when we are doing the problem I will explain what is the equation of a locus, because the reason is we are going to find equation of a locus in the problems. Okay, got it? Okay, let's move to the problem. First question, example 3.1. Understand? All of you put down the heading unit 3, put on the side heading locus. Write down the definition. Okay, two lines definition. Afterwards directly move to example 3.1. A point in the plane moves so that its distance from the origin is thrice its distance from the y-axis. Okay, first we are going to draw the diagram. Diagram is not necessary, but you can draw, no problem. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay. A point in a plane moves so that the distance from the origin is thrice its distance from the y-axis. Okay. So thrice the distance from the y-axis, it must be the point here they said. So we can consider the point P of x comma y here. Okay. They said the point in a plane so that its distance from the origin. So let us consider this as origin O. Okay, so O means origin, the point is 0, 0. So you can join this to O and P. Okay, same as that. From the origin is thrice its distance from the y-axis. Okay, so from here to here, distance from the y-axis. Okay, so let us consider this point is A. Okay, so it is in y-axis, so x point is 0, correct? So x point is 0, y we will get y. Got it? So this is a diagram. Understand? So what they said, a point in a plane moves, this is a point, it will be moved under certain condition, that is locus. Understand? So a point in a plane moves so that the distance from the origin is thrice the distance from the y-axis. Okay. So what we are going to do is, whatever the consideration, you can write it first. Solution. Let P of x comma y. Same as in your book you can do. That is, let us consider this point as x1, y1. Same as that you can do. Then only you won't confusion. Okay. So P of x1, y1 be any point on the locus and A be the foot of the perpendicular. Correct? It's a perpendicular. Be the foot of the perpendicular from P of x1 comma y1 to the y-axis. Okay, these are all the things we have considered. Now, what is a given condition? Given the point in a plane so that the distance from the origin, is it right? Distance from the origin. So OP, that is OP distance is equal to, is thrice the distance from the y-axis. So thrice, is it right? So 3 times the distance from the y-axis. So from the y-axis the point is AP. According to the given condition, I have wrote this. Understand? So what's the given condition? The distance from the origin is thrice that it's a distance from the y-axis. So from the y-axis it is AP. Distance from the origin is OP. So OP is 3 times of AP. Okay. Now we can square both sides. Squaring. On both sides. Squaring means OP square is equal to 3 square means 9 AP square. Got it? Okay. Next we will use the distance formula. What's the formula for distance between 2 points? You have learned in lower class. Is it right? Distance between 2 points. What's the formula? Is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. This is a point distance formula. But here the thing is square. Is it right? So square root no need. Got it? So OP square first you need to find. For finding OP square, let us consider this as x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So what will happen here? Otherwise P is PO square. Negative you will get. For that you can find PO square. Anything that's also correct. So when you are doing, so what's substitute in OP square? Okay, so what's the value? Will get x1 minus 0 the whole square plus y1 minus 0 the whole square is equal to 9 into AP square. AP square means, keep it in mind, x1 minus 0, is it right? So this also you can consider as y1. Okay, so what will happen? 9 into x1 minus 0 the whole square plus y1 minus y1 the whole square. So what will happen here? x1 square plus y1 square is equal to 9 into, this will be 0, 9 into x1 square. So bring this to this side. So what will happen? 9x1 square minus x1 square plus minus y1 square is equal to 0. From that what's the answer? 8x1 square minus y1 square is equal to 0. Yes, we need to find the locus of a point P of x1, y1. So in the place of x1, y1, you will get this equation, is it right? So x and y. So therefore, the locus of P of x1, y1 is, what's the answer? X square minus y square is equal to 0. This is the answer. Understand? So I will repeat. So P of x1, y1 be any point on the locus and A be the foot of the perpendicular. Everything same as in your book I am considering. No problem. First itself you can take as x and y. No problem. Both are correct. Okay. So you will get confusion. Example problem. In your book they followed x1, y1. Why ma'am you are doing as xy? Because of that I took the same. Okay. So no problem. Xy means that also correct. So OP is equal to 3AP square. Use the distance formula. Here you will get in x1, y1. So the locus of a point P of x1, y1 means x1 and y1 will change as x and y. Okay, got it. So this is an answer. Very easy. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Example 3.2. Find the locus of the point which is equidistant from the 2 points. Okay. So let us draw one small diagram. If you need x-axis or y-axis, otherwise simply you can draw. So here 2 points are there. This one you consider as A. That is 2 comma minus 3. This one you consider as B. The point is 3 comma minus 4. They said it will be equidistant from the locus of the point. So let's find this consider as P of xy means both this distance and this distance must be equal. That's the thing they said. So AP must be equal to BP. Otherwise PA must be equal to PB. Okay, that's the condition they give. According to that condition, use the distance formula, you will get the answer. Understand? So same as in your book, you can take this as x1, y1. So write down the solution. Let's A point is 2 comma minus 3 and B 3 comma minus 4 be the given points. Okay, this is a given point. Okay, what's the locus of a point we have to? P of x1, y1. So let's P of x1 comma y1 be any point on the locus. Okay, so given that both are equidistant, is it right? Yes or no? Equidistant. So they said PA must be equal to PB. So you will apply that. PA is equal to PB. So same as that, you can square it first itself. Otherwise, after finding, you need to square. Okay, squaring on both sides. When you are squaring on both sides, what will happen? PA square is equal to PB square. Now use the distance formula. Okay, if you need to write the points first, that is x1, y1. Then A point is 2 comma minus 3. You consider this as x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Otherwise, no problem. Both also correct. Okay, you can change and take everything correct. Then this one, next one is PB. PB means x1, y1. This one is 3 comma minus 4. The reason is when you are squaring, you will get positive. Okay, both are correct. So substitute in this formula. So x1 minus 2 is there. Is it right? 2 the whole square plus y1 minus of minus. So plus 3 the whole square is equal to, next one is PB. That is x1 minus B value is 3 the whole square. Next value minus 3. So it, minus 4 it will change as positive. So y1 plus 4 the whole square. Now simplify very carefully. A minus B the whole square. Okay. So what's the value we get? A square minus 2AB. So 4 x1 plus 2 square means plus 4. Next one, A plus B the whole square. A square plus 2AB means 6y1 plus 9 equal to x1 square minus 2AB means minus 6x1 plus 9. The next one is y1 square plus 2ab means 8y1 plus 16. Okay, bring all the terms to one side and we will simplify. Okay, so we can simplify here. So x1 square will get cancelled. So bring all the terms to one side. Same as y1 square get cancelled. So minus 6x1, if you are bringing this to here, so 4 plus x1. Then plus 8y1 is there. If you are bringing this side, minus 6y1. Plus 16 is there. If you are bringing this to this side, you will get minus 9 is equal to 0. So from that, minus 2x1, this one, plus 2y1 plus, what's the next one? You will get as, we have here one more 4 is there, is it right? So 16 is there, so plus 9 is there. So if you are bringing this to this side, minus 4 minus 9, so this and this will get cancelled. So 16 minus 4 means you will get 12 is equal to 0. So you will divide this equation by minus. Okay, the y means the starting is minus, so divide by minus 2 means what's the value you will get here? x1 minus y1 minus 6 is equal to 0. So at last, when you are finding the locus of the point P of x1 y1 means you need to change this x1 y1 as xy. Okay, the locus of P x1 comma y1 is, what's the equation? X minus y minus 6 is equal to 0. This is the answer. Understand? So very easy. Equidistance means equal distance. That's the meaning. So PA is equal to PB. From that you can put the formula for distance formula. First itself you can square it and put the formula and simplify. At last, in the place of x1 y1 you need to change as xy. Got it? Okay. I hope you got good idea. Let's move to next problem. Last example. One more example is there in this section. Example 3. First I am writing the question. Find the locus of a point so that the join of minus 5 comma 1 and 3 comma 2 substance a right angle at the moving point. Okay, so what's the question? Find the locus of a point so that the join of minus 5 comma 1 and 3 comma 2 substance a right angle at the moving point. Okay, right angle means the meaning is 90 degree. Okay, so 90 degree, that's the meaning. So here you can draw one symbol diagram. So if you are considering this point as A, the point is given as minus 5 comma 1. This point is 3 comma 2, the point is B. Okay, so here it will be P of x comma y. I am considering they said substance is a right angle, so this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so if you are drawing this perpendicular bisector means it will be 90 degree. Okay, that's the meaning. So 90 degree. So APB, the value is 90 degree. That's the only solution. Let A minus 5 comma 1 and B 3 comma 2 be the given points. Okay, set given points. Then let P of x1 y1 be any points on the locus. Okay, it is given in the question. It is given in the question. Angle APB, what's the value? 90 degree. Why 90 degree? Right angle. Right angle means what's the angle? 90 degree. I mean, understand? So APB equal to 90 degree. So triangle APB is a right angle triangle. Am I right? So triangle APB is a right angle triangle. Angle P is 90 degree. It's a right angle triangle. So right angle triangle means at once we will use Pythagoras theorem. Have you know? So that one we are going to use. So right angle triangle. So we will use Pythagoras theorem. So when you are using the Pythagoras theorem here, what's the biggest side? BP, is it right? So BP square is equal to, BA, is it right? So BA square is equal to PA square plus PB square. If you need, you write it on the side by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay. What's the Pythagoras theorem? You have learned proof and all in 10th standard. Is it right? So sum of the squares of other two sides is equal to the squares of the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle. That's the main thing. So here it's a right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, it's the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Okay. So we will use it here. Okay. So what's the BA point? Directly we can do. BA is it right? So it's distance formula. x2 minus x1 the whole square. Is it right? So minus 5 minus 3. Okay. 3 the whole square plus 1 minus 2 the whole square is equal to PA square means x1 minus of minus plus 5 the whole square. If you need, you can write one more step. Then PB plus y1 y2 minus y1. That is y1 minus 1 the whole square. Same as next PB square means x1. Is it right? Consider this as x1 y1. So x1 minus 3 the whole square plus y1 minus 2 the whole square. Now same as previous problem, we need to simplify. So what's the value you will get? Minus 8. Is it right? So minus 8 square plus minus 1 the whole square is equal to a plus b the whole square. So a square plus 2ab means 10x1 plus 25 carefully. Then plus y1 square minus 2ab means minus 2y1 plus 1 square. Then next one is plus x1 square minus 2ab means minus 6x1 plus 9 plus y1 square minus 2ab means minus 4y1 plus 4. Okay. So we'll simplify. So 8 square minus 8 square means 64 plus 1 is equal to shall we simplify this one? So x1 square is there. So both also addition. So 2x1 square. Then y1 square 2y1 square. Then yx1 term this 2. So plus 4x1. Then this 2 term minus 6y1. Then additional terms 25. 25 plus 1 means 26. 26 plus 9 means 35. 35 plus 4. 35 plus 4 means 39. Okay. So bring all the terms to one side. So 2x1 square plus 2y1 square plus 4x1 minus 6y1 plus 39 minus 65 equal to 0. So what's the value? 2x1 square plus 2y1 square plus 4x1 minus 6y1 then minus 13 equal to 0. So the locus of the point P of x comma y x1 y1 is right. So the locus of P of x1 comma y1 is, change everything to xy. So 2x square is 2x square plus 2y square plus 4x minus 6y minus 13. Correct. Sorry, it's not 13. Okay, it's 26. So minus 26 is equal to 0. So everywhere 2 is common. So you will divide by 2. So when you are dividing by 2, x square plus y square plus 2x minus 3y minus 13 equal to 0. This is a required answer. Understand, students? I hope you got good idea. I will explain from first onwards. So find the locus of a point so that the join of minus 5 comma 1 and 2 points are given. Substance as a right angle. So right angle means we will use Pythagoras theorem. So right angle triangle, sum of the squares of the two sides is equal to sum of this equal to the squares of the hypotenuse. So we will use that property. Okay. So BA square is equal to this one square plus this one square. So take it and simplify. Finally we will divide by 2 and you need to write the remaining. Okay children. Okay, these are the examples in first section. So exercise, some problems are there. So one problem I will explain you for you and you need to do as homework. Okay, so I will explain and give, otherwise it will be very difficult to do. Okay, so first problem I will explain and I will leave you to homework. Remaining we will do in the next class. Okay, so all of you take down your homework. This is your homework, but I will explain. So first problem, find the locus of a point which is equidistant from 1, 3 and x-axis. I am drawing the diagram. It will be easy for you. So it is x-axis, it is y-axis. So they said it is a point. So you consider the point here. Okay, a point is 1, 3. It will be equidistant from the x unit. So it is x units. Okay. So if you consider a locus, it will be here P of x, y. It's a moving point. Keep it in mind. It will be a moving point. Okay, so when you are doing, how will you do? P of x1 comma y1 be the point on a locus, a be the fixed point. P is a moving point, a is a fixed point. This you keep it in mind. So from the given condition, they asked it, it's in x-axis, is it right? So point in the x-axis means y1 you will get. So PA equal to y1 alone you will get. So from that PA square is equal to y1 square. So PA square means you know, is it right? P, what's the point? x1 comma y1. You consider as x1 y1. A point you know 1 comma 3. So you will use the distance formula. So x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y2 square is equal to RHS y1 square. At last when you are simplifying, you will get the answer as x square minus 2x minus 6y plus 10 is equal to 0. This is answer you will get it. Okay, so I think you can do this problem. I explained. So do this problem as a homework. So remaining 4 problems are there. We will see in the next class. Students, be safe. Please write down everything to your note. Those who not completed the previous chapters, complete it and take down this new chapter. Learn from first onwards. Then only you won't get confusion. So today we have learned only locus and how will you find the equation of a locus. Understand? So whatever I have completed today, please learn it. Okay, we will meet in the next class with the exercise problems. Thank you, students.